Let's get into the details of news. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah reportedly met the Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his residence in Delhi on Saturday and discussed multiple issues, including the recent terror attack in Pahalgam. According to PTI sources, officials said the meetings lasted around 30 minutes. This was the first interaction between the two leaders since the April 22 attack that claimed the lives of 26 people, most of them tourists.
पर मंगलवार को हुए आतंकी हमले में 27 से ज्यादा लोगों की मौत हो गई, जबकि 20 लोग घायल बताए जा रहे हैं। यह हमला ऐसे समय पर हुआ है जो घाटी में पर्यटकों की संख्या में तेजी से इजाफा हो रहा था। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी हालात पर लगातार नजर बनाए हुए हैं और केंद्र सरकार ने इस भी कड़ी पर नजर बना रखी है। वहीं आपको बता दें कि जम्मू और कश्मीर के पहलगाम आतंकी हमले के बाद पाकिस्तान को भारत के जवाबी कार्रवाई का डर भी सताने लगा है। इसी कारण पाकिस्तान ने हमले के चंद घंटे बाद ही सीमा पर सेना को हाई अलर्ट पर रख दिया है। इतना ही नहीं, भारतीय सीमा के नजदीक हवाई गतिविधियों पर नजर रखने के लिए अवॉक्स विमान को उड़ाने की भी रिपोर्ट अब सामने आने लगी है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी की अध्यक्षता में सुरक्षा संबंधी कैबिनेट समिति की बैठक के बाद पाकिस्तान ने भी राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा समिति की बैठक बुलाई है। इसी बीच पाकिस्तान के रक्षा मंत्री ख्वाजा आसिफ घूम घूम कर भारत को गीदड़ भभकी देने में जुटे हुए हैं। एक बयान में पाकिस्तान के रक्षा मंत्री ने कहा कि पाकिस्तान दुनिया में जहां भी आतंकवाद होता है उसकी निंदा करता है। अब भारत को पहलगाम घटना की जांच करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि केवल आरोप लगाने से वे जिम्मेदारी से मुक्त नहीं हो जाएंगे। आसिफ ने यह भी कहा कि पहलगाम घटना के लिए पाकिस्तान पर भारत का आरोप अनुचित है। उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान आतंकवाद से सबसे अधिक प्रभावित देश है और दशकों से इस खतरे का सामना
A Sri Lankan Airlines flight arriving in Colombo from Chennai underwent a comprehensive security search following an alert about a suspect wanted in India. The airline confirmed in a statement on Saturday. While officials' details about the suspect were not immediately available, Sri Lanka police, as cited by PTI, conducted a search after receiving intelligence that a person linked to the April 22 terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, could be on board. The flight UL 122 landed in Colombo at 11:59 am. On May 3rd, the search was coordinated with the local authorities based on an alert from the Chennai Area Control Center. Sri Lankan Airlines stated that the aircraft was thoroughly inspected and later cleared for operations. However, due to the mandatory security procedure, the airline's next scheduled service, flight UL 308 to Singapore, was delayed. The search comes as Indian authorities continue an extensive probe and manhunt related to the Pahalgam terrorist attack. India has suspended all inbound mail imports and port taxes from Pakistan following the April 22 terror attack in Pahalgam. The DGFT banned all goods from Pakistan under a new clause in the foreign trade policy. Citing national security, Indian and Pakistani vessels are now barred from docking at each other's ports. The move impacts Pakistan's exports and informal trade routes. with all measures in effect immediately. Secretary Economic Relations Damu Ravi stated that the President of Angola was on a state visit to the India and was given a ceremonial welcome at the forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan. He noted that this marked the first such exchange between the two nations in 38 years. Highlighting Angola's current chairmanship of the African Union, he emphasized its significance in the broader context of the India and Africa partnership. He mentioned that the delegation level talks covered a wide range of bilateral issues. During the meeting, President Lourenco strongly condemned the recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, and expressed Angola's solidarity with India in its fight against terrorism, including cross-border terrorism.
Good afternoon, friends. Let me briefly cover the program and also the important elements of the visit. As you know that President of Angola, Mr. João Manuel Gonçalves Lourenço, is on a state visit, which started yesterday and it will close tomorrow. Today he was accorded ceremonial welcome in the forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan by Honorable Rashtrapati ji. Thereafter, there was a call on by Honorable External Affairs Minister on the President of Angola, and there were delegation level talks held by Honorable Prime Minister at Hyderabad House, during which the various aspects of the bilateral relations have been covered. And today, later in the evening, there will be a banquet by Honorable Rashtrapati ji. Let me also put the importance of the visit. Now, this is the first time that a VVIP visit on both sides is taking place after 38 years. And this is the first visit of President Lourenço to India since he assumed office in 2017. And it also marks two important events. One is the 40th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Angola, and the second is it marks the 50th anniversary of the independence of Angola this year. As you all know that Angola is holding the chairship of the African Union, which is a very important area for us too in the context of India-Africa partnership. So we are seeking their support in deepening our relationship with Africa. And the delegation level talks between the two leaders covered a wide gamut of relationship, covering making an assessment of the existing relationship as well as the futuristic scenario in terms of new areas of cooperation. During the press briefing, there was a very strong message, and also during the delegation level talks, the President Lourenço condemned the heinous, cowardly act, terrorist act in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir.
Senior Aam Aadmi Party op leader SS Ahluwalia commented on the all-party meeting convened by Haryana earlier today regarding the ongoing water sharing dispute with Punjab. While specific remarks from Ahluwalia are yet to be detailed, his response comes amid heightened political discussions around the The Sutlej Yamuna link canal and water distribution issues between the two states. The matter continues to draw strong reactions from political leaders across party lines, with demands for central intervention and clarity on interstate water rights.
ਸਾਲੂਵਾਲੀਆ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਨੇ ਆਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਲਿੱਤਾ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋਵੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਪਾਣੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਐਕਸੈਸ ਵਾਟਰ ਮੰਗ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹ ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਿੰਚਾਈ ਲਈ ਪਾਣੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਗੱਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ 4000 ਕਿਊਬਿਕ ਸੈਂਟੀਮੀਟਰ ਡੇਲੀ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਪੀਣ ਲਈ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਜੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਤੇ ਉਹ 1618 ਕੋਈ ਕੁਝ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ 'ਚ ਕੰਪਲੀਟ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ। ਉਹਦੇ ਬਦਲੇ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ 4000 ਯੂਨਿਟ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਔਰ 4000 ਯੂਨਿਟ ਪਾਣੀ ਜਾਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਹੋਰ 4000 ਦੀ ਵੱਧ ਗਈ। ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਪੀਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਭਗਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਮਾਨ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਵਾਂਗੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਿੰਚਾਈ ਲਈ ਪਾਣੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ।
Former US National Security Advisor John Bolton stated that while no one desires a wider conflict in South Asia, India has every right to defend itself following the heinous Pahalgam terror attack. He emphasizes that it is deeply unfortunate that the people of Jammu and Kashmir continue to be denied a stable and peaceful environment due to ongoing cross-border terrorism. Bolton also expressed concern over the impact on tourism in the region, noting that persistent terror threats are discouraging visitors and undermining normalcy.
You know, this is one of a string of terrorist attacks in Kashmir over recent years, and it's obviously a tragedy for the victims and for the people in Kashmir generally that they can't live in a stable environment, that tourists are deterred from coming because of terrorist activity like this. I think it's very important to continue the work to find exactly what the circumstances of this were, but when I was National Security Advisor, we faced a comparable situation in 2019 with a terrorist attack that emanated from Pakistani soil, and we consulted closely with senior government officials. I spoke in Foreign Secretary of State Mike Pompeo spoke with Ajit Doval, the Prime Minister's National Security Advisor. And our view at the time was that if the government felt that they were confident that this had emanated from Pakistani soil and that the government of Pakistan had failed to prevent the attack from taking place or had actually assisted it, that India had every right to act in self-defense. And I think the same principle applies here. I do think it's in India's interest to be able to demonstrate.
The anti-narcotics squad has uncovered a major Bangladeshi infiltration network operated by the mastermind Chan Mia. In a significant crackdown, authorities arrested Chan Mia along with 6 Bangladeshi nationals and 5 Indian accomplices. The group was found to be facilitating illegal immigration through the use of forged documents. Investigations are ongoing to trace the full extent of the network and identify any additional operatives involved. Union Minister Jitendra Singh expressed that Prime Minister Modi's decisions are always made with the country's and its people's best interests in mind. He highlighted that all actions taken would be in the national interest, reinforcing the commitment to ensuring the country's security and well-being.
मैं तो समझता हूँ कि जो भी प्रधानमंत्री जी फैसला लेंगे वो मुल्क और अवाम की बहबूदगी के लिए, हमें उसमें ज़्यादा बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आउट ऑफ टर्न बात करने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि होम मिनिस्ट्री के पास, डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री के पास कुछ एक ऐसी इनपुट्स होती है जो शायद हमारे पास, आपके पास ना हो। जो भी फैसला किया जाएगा देश हित में, राष्ट्र हित में किया जाएगा। और मुझे ये कहते हुए भी खुशी है कि हमारा एक बहुत सालों से रुका हुआ शाहपुर कंडी का प्रोजेक्ट था दरियाए रावी पे, क्योंकि जब इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी हुई थी तो 3 दरिया हमारे हिस्से में आए थे, रावी, सतलुज और व्यास, उसमें से बड़ा रावी था। लेकिन नामालूम किन वजूहात से पिछली सरकारों ने उस प्रोजेक्ट को 40-50 साल बंद बस्ते में रखा। तो मोदी जी के आने के बाद वो भी रिवाइव हुआ, उसके 2-3 महीने में उसका आखिरी फेज भी मुकम्मल हो जाएगा। तो हमारे हिस्से का पानी जो पंजाब और जम्मू कश्मीर।
Union Minister Jitendra Manji stated that under the leadership of Nitish Kumar, a delegation from Bihar met Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss the caste census in the interest of the state. He emphasized that the Prime Minister was never opposed to the idea, and when the appropriate time came, did not hesitate to implement it. Manji's remarks underline the central government's support for the caste census initiative, which has been a key demand in Bihar's political discourse.
नीतीश कुमार जी के नेतृत्व में हम लोग सब गए थे, बिहार के सर्वदलीय पार्टी के लोग, और प्रधानमंत्री से मिलने के लिए। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उस समय कहा था कि भाई अभी देश की जनगणना देश से नहीं कराएंगे, आप राज्य के लोग करना चाहें तो कर लें। और वही कारण है कि नीतीश कुमार जी ने यहाँ जनगणना करवाई है। तो इसके खिलाफ नरेंद्र मोदी कभी नहीं थे, आज मौका मिला तो उन्हें करवाने का। नीतीश कुमार जी के नेतृत्व में हम लोग सब गए थे, बिहार के सर्वदलीय पार्टी के लोग, और प्रधानमंत्री से मिलने के लिए। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उस समय कहा था कि भाई अभी देश की जनगणना देश से नहीं कराएंगे, आप राज्य के लोग करना चाहें तो कर लें। और वही कारण है कि नीतीश कुमार जी ने यहाँ जनगणना करवाई है। तो इसके खिलाफ नरेंद्र मोदी कभी नहीं थे, आज मौका मिला तो उन्हें करवाने का। नीतीश कुमार जी के नेतृत्व में हम लोग सब गए थे, बिहार के सर्वदलीय पार्टी के लोग, और प्रधानमंत्री से मिलने के लिए। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उस समय कहा था कि भाई अभी देश की जनगणना देश से नहीं कराएंगे, आप राज्य के लोग करना चाहें तो कर लें। और वही कारण है कि
Advocate P. Sachdev, the legal counsel representing Tahavur Rana, stated that the accused was presented in court where his handwriting samples were collected. Voice samples were also taken by the agency at its headquarters. He emphasized that the accused complied with all required directions and procedures during the process.
Today, the accused was brought for taking his specimens of handwriting, and that was done in presence of Judicial Magistrate First Class, and he's complied with the orders of the court.
सर आज कोर्ट में क्या हुआ इस पूरे मामले को लेकर? वॉइस सैंपल आल्सो टेकन बाय द
The voice samples were collected by the agency at their headquarters on Lodi Road.
हिंदी में बता दीजिए आप क्या हुआ।
आज कोर्ट में अक्यूज को लाया गया था, उसकी हैंडराइटिंग सैंपल्स ले लिए गए हैं, और ये जो चीज़ थी वो JMFC साहब के प्रेजेंस में हुई, तो जो ऑर्डर्स थे कोर्ट के उनके साथ कंप्लाई कर लिया गया।
क्या लिखवा के देखा गया?
नॉर्मल अल्फ़ा न्यूमेरिक जो नंबर्स और डिजिट्स होते हैं, और जो उसकी हैंडराइटिंग और उसके सिग्नेचर्स।
सर आपसे कुछ बात हुई क्या राणा से इस बीच में, जब उसका नमूना लिया जा रहा था? कुछ उसने बोला आपसे?
नहीं, उसे बस यही समझना था कि इस चीज़ का प्रोसीजर क्या है और इन चीज़ों को कैसे यूज़ किया जाता है। तो एक बारी जब उन्हें ये बता दिया गया तो वो काफ़ी सेटिस्फाइड थे और उन्होंने कंप्लाई किया जो भी डायरेक्शंस थी, जो भी प्रोसीजर्स थे।
तो ये सर सैंपल और वॉइस जो लिया गया है ये किन कारणों की वजह से लिया गया?
अब ये तो NIA वाले ही बताएंगे, तो जब चार्जशीट फाइल होगी तब पता।
सर आज कोई बात अपने परिवार से रिलेटेड या इन्वेस्टिगेशन के रिगार्डिंग कि कैसी जांच चल रही है या मुझे कुछ
नहीं, ऐसी कोई रिक्वेस्ट नहीं थी, ना ही कुछ ऐसी बात हुई।
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge expressed deep shock over the Pahalgam incident, calling it a tragedy that had shaken everyone. He demanded that the bereaved families be compensated by the government and called for a strong response to the Pakistan in light of the attack. On the caste census, Kharge recalled that when Congress initially demanded it, cabinet ministers had accused the party of seeking to divide society and incite communal riots. He stated that while he was unsure of the government's intentions, he was pleased that the demand for a caste census had now been fulfilled.
नहीं, CWC का मीटिंग तो हमने किया है, इसीलिए किया है कि मैं परसों ही यहाँ आया था, फिर सडनली कल गया था, फिर आज हमारे एम.आई. पाटिल साहब का प्रोग्राम था तो मैं वापस आया। हमने CWC में यही तय किया कि एक तो जो पहलगाम में हुआ, ये बहुत बड़ा सदमा हम सब लोगों को पहुंचा है, और जो 26 लोग उसमें मारे गए और उनके परिवार के लोग जो आज बहुत दुखद है, उनको मुआवजा देना चाहिए और गवर्नमेंट उनकी रिहेबिलिटेशन की व्यवस्था करनी चाहिए। ये हमने अपने CWC में भी कहा है, और उसके साथ ही साथ हम ये भी चाहते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट
A fresh spell of light rain swept across various parts of Hyderabad on Friday, offering a welcome respite from the persistent summer heat. Areas such as Banjara Hills, Jubilee Hills, Kukatpalli, Miapur and parts of the Secunderabad reported light showers, accompanied by overcast skies and cooler breezes. The sudden change in weather brought temporary relief for residents, especially after days of soaring temperatures. Commuters were seen taking cover under umbrellas and in sheltered spots, while the light drizzle caused slight disruptions in traffic movement in some areas due to wet roads and reduced visibility. According to local weather officials, the rain was a result of localized cloud formation and minor disturbances in the atmosphere. More intermittent spells of light rain are expected over the coming days, especially during the late afternoon and evening hours. Andhra Pradesh Minister Kolusu Padasarathi stated that the Amravati Restart program held recently by the state government was a resounding success. He noted that development projects worth 57,000 crore rupees were inaugurated, with several completed initiatives also dedicated to the nation. Padasarathi said that the event renewed public confidence in the realization of Amravati as the capital city. He added that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remarks during the event uplifted the sentiments of Telugu people. Referring to Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu's statement, he said that 5 crore Telugu people would stand firmly behind PM Modi in his fight against terrorism and Pakistan.
Start program of Amravati, which was conducted yesterday by Government of AP, was a great success. Nearly 57,000 crores of rupees worth new projects were started, and few projects which were completed are dedicated to the nation. Now people of Andhra Pradesh are confident that establishment of Amravati would be a reality which is going to be an engine for growth of Andhra Pradesh. So the words uttered by Honorable Prime Minister Mr. C. Narendra Modi also gave a big boost to the sentiments of Telugu people, and it is clearly established that the government of India would extend all required help to complete the construction of Amravati and Polavaram, and also for development of.
That's the wrap up of the Primetime News. Keep watching CVR English News.